we're live for the first time in a few weeks. Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, July 30th. I think it's July 30th. I'm here in my home in Midtown Toronto, of course, and I see some people in the chat already. Shivmalin's here, Marie Palmer, Maroof's here, Harjot, Marge, Maple Dubs, Vivian Johnson, our CEO extraordinaire, John Nicholson, Mark D, Harjot again. You're in a lot of places, Harjot. Everett. I'm just scrolling up. Zach McNally, Kathleen Doss, Naughty Brown, and everyone else. Thanks for tuning in. Upstate New York Bob, Tom Bikes, Clayton Crawford, author extraordinaire, Uncle Buck, aka John Candy, Firehorse, and everyone else. Thank you for tuning in to what's going to be a bit of a brief Sunday Night Stumbles. This one's only going to be an hour. However, at 8 p.m., the Ken Continuum will be premiering a video. He was originally premiering a video at 7:15, but I actually have to go do something shortly after 8. So I shot him a message and said, hey, can you push your premiere to 8? Because I know we have some viewers in common, and I'll do my stream earlier. And being the cool dude he is, said, all right, let's do it. So that's what we did. Someone said I'm the BMF of Toronto. Yes, I would have no problem taking down Justin Gaethje or Jorge Masvidal or Dustin Poirier or any of those guys, right? Although Colby Covington would kick my ass. Anyways, let's look at the poll. I asked what I'm drinking today, and I gave 4 options: bubbly, diet soda, THC drink, and beer. The reason I put THC drink on the list is I was recording a video today, and I ran into a couple of viewers, and one of them, very, very nice people, was like, hey, Johnny, do you want this drink? And she pulled out a THC-laden drink. And I was like, well, I mean, you obviously bought that for you, so why don't you have it? And she was like, no, someone gave it to me, and I don't really want it, so do you want it? And it was sealed, so I took it. So I was going to drink that on the stream if you guys voted for it. But it looks like 61 people voted, 40% voted for bubbly, 10% diet soda, 33% THC drink, and 17% beer. I'm going to end the poll. Thank you for voting, and we are going to have a raspberry bubbly. Upstate New York Bob says, what, you're out of 10-year-old canned soda? No, I have burners in the fridge still. I've still got a lot of those, actually. We've got a lot of expired soda. Brad Palmer is here. Happy Sunday evening, Johnny and everyone. Hello, Brad Palmer. Lisa is here, so we're going to have the bubbly. Cheers to everyone. No adult beverage tonight, although I'll probably have 1 or 2 later tonight. If you're new to the stream, we're just going to kind of hang out, shoot the shit, so to speak. Feel free to ask anything and everything. Really, nothing's off limits, but if it is a dumb question, I'm not going to answer it. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll go through the usual stuff tonight, but again, at 8, I'm going to be ending it. And next Sunday, there's going to be, if there is a Sunday Night Stumble stream, it's not going to be from the comfort of home. I'm going to be in a land far, far away. Actually, in a few days, I'm going to be in a land far away. So I'm thinking tomorrow morning on Johnny Strides, at some point before noon, I'm probably going to live stream and just skip the video tomorrow. Boom Graham Production says, good evening. You'll share a cider with my non-alcoholic beverage. Thanks, Boob. Jeanette Morales, $7. Good evening, Johnny and pals. I can cheers to that with the bubbly Jeanette. Thank you for the 7. Jeanette, one of the channel's original OG supporters and viewers. Thank you, Jeanette. Sanjay in Kingston is here. Jellybean is here. Look at everyone rolling in. Naughty Brown, Christos, Johnny has tickets for Barbie at 8 at Silver City. All right. I'll just give you the lowdown on Barbie. Bubbly and freezer. Yes, I have a note on my fridge. Barbie was a movie, and that's all I really have to say about Barbie. It was a movie. Unfortunately, it comes to an end, and then you get to get up and leave the theater. So that is the long and the short of it. Yeah, I give it a solid 3 out of 10. But it's still kind of fun, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I got dragged out with some friends to go see it Friday night. I saw it at the Alliance Theater in the Beaches, and we smuggled in some Harveys. I brought in a burger and like fries, and I ate them in the movie theater because why not? But anywho, Vivian Johnson, a little something to add to the vacation fund. Have a great time. 50 Canadian dollars. Holy Hannah. Vivian Johnson, thank you so much. Wow, you have just upgraded me from a 4 to 4.5 star hotel, maybe a 5. But Vivian, no, seriously, that is huge. The trip I'm going on is not cheap. I'm not going to Thailand. It's I'll just leave it at that. But thank you so much, Vivian. That is super, super generous of you, and thank you for all your good work as a mod. So I am flying out in a few days. I don't know if I'm going to do an airport live stream. I will do an airport video and maybe a flight video. I don't know if I'm going to combine them or not, but I will be doing a couple of videos on the way. And then when I get there, hopefully I can do a live stream within the first few days of where I am. My hotel will have a balcony, so I'm thinking I'll do like one balcony live stream just to kind of like hang out and see if people can guess where I am. And then I'll do another live stream from out and about and hope that no one pickpockets me or steals my camera while I'm out. Naughty Brown says, Johnny, tell the truth. We are eloping. I don't think that's the case, Naughty Brown. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Yahia says, oh, where are you going, Johnny? That's the mystery. There might be a few people in the chat who know, actually. I might have spilled the beans to a few people, all of which are channel members or Patreon supporters. Clayton says, Johnny, what type of connection upgrade do you use for streams so far away? I am buying a eSIM for the iPhone, and I will also be able to roam through Bell. I think I only get like 4 or 5 gigabytes a day if I do that. And that one costs me $16 a day. So if the eSIM doesn't work, I will maybe just buy another eSIM and try that. But I should have 5G coverage where I'm going. To use a gimbal when you drive. No, I don't. Upstate New York, Bob. No upgrade, but might be good for a pack of peanuts on the plane or something. Safe travels. Upstate New York, Bob. Thank you so much. You remind me, I actually have to go hit Dollarama and load up on snacks for the flight. Usually these are, I don't know, I've never flown this airline overseas before. It is a pretty major airline, but I don't know if they have free booze on the flight. I'm assuming they do. Everett Clendenin, $20. Hope this helps. It does, Everett. Thank you so much for the 20. And thank you, Upstate New York Bob, for the 5. Cheers. Man, I should have bought a first class ticket with these upgrades, but I am flying economy class, but I did buy a first class high-speed rail ticket. So I'm going to, and that comes with lounge support. Maybe I gave away too much information as to where I'm going, but I will be whizzing from city to city with a window seat in a first class train ticket. So that's going to be pretty cool. I've also got, I think I've got 7 or 8 videos already like loaded up and ready to go. Yahia says, okay, it's definitely Japan. I will gladly bet you on that. Would you go to the U.S. with no doubt, Leslie? I might be going to the U.S. Oops, sorry, I'm hiccuping here. Later this month, actually. Tom Bite says Japan. Naughty Brown says Japan. Everyone, pretty sure I'm going to Japan. Robert says high-speed rail, Japan. High-speed rail also exists in Korea and Taiwan and China and lots of places in Europe. Marge, $10 for the Dollarama trip. Their trail mix is excellent. Thank you, Marge, for the tenner. Much appreciated. You guys are spoiling the shit out of me. Thank you for the $10, Marge. And Upstate New York Bob and Everett C. and Vivian Johnson with the mammoth $50. Much appreciated, guys. Yeah, he says Vivian, Alaska does not have high-speed rail trains. Well, it depends on your definition, right? Any train is a high-speed rail if you say it's going fast enough, right? So Jennifer Gala is here. Hi, Johnny and everyone. Hello, Jennifer Gala. Shivblin says, once in one of the streams, I remember Johnny mentioned his flight is on an Airbus, so it's to Europe, I'm predicting. What if it's on a A380 and I'm flying I don't know. Anyways, I'm just going to shut up about it. Perhaps you're taking the high-speed line 2 to Taste of the Danforth. When is Taste of the Danforth? I just want to make sure I'm not going to flash some. I know it's back on this year, right? Taste of the Danforth 2023. Will I even be back for that? Friday, August 11th through Sunday, August 13th. I might be able to catch the last day of that. When is the first day of the CNE 2023? The CNE opens on August 18th, so I should be able to do that. And the first day is free admission, actually. Lisa says, I have never cared for Taste of the Danforth. It is like just like all the other festivals, only busier. I don't know. I don't particularly care for it either. But fun fact, I got my boat license. I have never, ever captained or drove a boat before, but I got my boat license at Taste of the Danforth a long time ago. Marge says you're going to miss the Caribbean Festival. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss some things, right? SR Gotts is here. Aren't the Yankees playing tonight? Aren't the Yankees playing right now? SR Gotts. I know the Jays lost a heartbreaker today, thanks to some atrocious umpiring that saw George Springer got K'd on a pitch that was 3 inches off the plate. But come on, Stacy, do we not need Roboumps already? Like, isn't it ridiculous that these umps are just out there guessing, getting like 80% of the calls right? Like, seriously, it is. Even if the robot umps are wrong, at least they will be consistently wrong, and the players will know what to expect, and nobody will have any arguments. Like, the only thing anyone wants is consistency. And people say, well, he's been calling it outside all game. You should have known that was going to be a strike. Well, that means the first, like, few innings of every game, everyone is just trying to figure out, like, what the hell the umpire is calling. So every at bat, you're basically a guinea pig. Like, that is stupid, too. Umpires shouldn't be making up zones. They shouldn't be using subjective measures to call something when... Anyways, yeah. Robo-umps behind the plate, please. Let's get rid of humans. They don't know what they're doing. If tennis can do it, baseball can do it. Anyways, the Jays are actually in an exciting position. They're third in the wild card race, and they're only like 4.5, 5 back of first in the division. So they are much, much better off than the Yankees, who are basically Aaron Judge and a team of clowns with an idiot for a general manager. The Orioles, yeah, I'm rooting for the Yankees. I think the Jays have a better chance of catching the Orioles than the Yankees do catching the Jays. So go Orioles in that one. Go Giants, knock off the Red Sox, and we need the Tampa Bay Rays to lose too, right? That's the other one we need. And the Rays beat the Astros 8-2. Fuck. Anyways, that's enough about sports. What is going on? What is Ken's video? Ken is premiering a video at 8, by the way. So right as this stream ends, Burgers to Beach. Ken does beach from Hooker Harvey's South on Jarvis to Sugar Beach, Toronto Extreme Walk. I was trying to get down to like the beaches this weekend, but like in Q Beach, but yesterday was like raining off and on all day, and today was like 22 degrees. I'm like, that's not a great beach day. But then I went out and it turns out it was a great beach day. So I still haven't done the proper beaches. Hennigan Horror Show. Matthew Hennigan. You know what? We have been waiting for you to come into the live stream. I just did something. Hennigan Horror Show. Welcome to the Hennigan Horror Show, where I share spine-tingling tales that are sure to send chills down your spine. Join me as I take you on a journey through the darkest corners of the human psyche with my macabre, spooky, and Halloween-themed stories. So are these stories you wrote yourself, Matt, or are these someone else's stories? Waiting for you. Yeah, I was wanting to share your channel with some people. Vamsi Krishna says, hey, I'm Vamsi. Met you at this Asian restaurant. LOL. Yes. Was that? So at 6:40, I was picking up some food at a restaurant down the street, and I ran into a viewer, and we stopped and chatted for a second. But I was like, hey, I got to go home. I want to eat this food and do a live stream. So I literally finished eating at 6:58. But it was nice to meet you, Vamsi. I think that was less than half an hour ago, or about half an hour ago. And I met a whole bunch of people during the day that recognized me, including 3 on one video alone. Yeah, he says he has dibs on Japan. You keep thinking I'm going to Japan. Shivlin says Johnny Stumbles Tamil Fest is on August 26th and 27th. Well, I did the Festival of South Asia this weekend, which was on Gerrard through the Gerrard India Bazaar between Greenwood and Coxwell, aka Little India. But Matt says, yes, they are some older videos, not spooky themed, but yes, I wrote these. Well, Matt, you are an excellent writer, but you also have an excellent voice. You really should be doing books on tape for someone, right? Haunted Mirror and a Missing Window. Oh, you've got video going on too? Tales and fictional tales of terror.
Nestled between dense woods stood the quaint town of Falkland Falls. A relic of the past, the town was known for its picturesque beauty and an eerie tranquility.
That's better.
Way to unnerving whispers after sunset. At the edge of town lived an old widow, Mary. She inhabited a house known to the townsfolk as the Moss Cottage, a rustic, moss-covered edifice.
All right, so I am not going to play Matt's videos on my channel, but please go show Matt some support. And if you're into this, hit subscribe and check out his videos. He's got a made-for-radio voice and a knack for writing. So, Matt, awesome stuff. Creeper House, The Kindness, Stingy Jack, Would You Go Inside, True Story Vampire. Does anyone remember this movie? The Halloween Tree movie review. So you're definitely getting into the macabre. But anyways, go check out Matt's channel. I'm subscribed. Why aren't you? He's been a supporter of this channel or the other channel as well for a while. Excellent guy. We even had a little lengthy conversation once for an hour. I think we recorded it. I don't know what happened to that. But anyways, check out Hennigan Horror Show. And thanks for the support on the stream the other day. Marge says Matt's podcasts are awesome too. Did you link them here, Matt? Link your other stuff here. And you can put a little link to it up here in your thing. But you can even list, if you want to link to it, you can put your other channels here on the main page. Kind of like what? Go back. It's kind of like what this dummy does down here in my other channel. What was my video today? Oh yeah, Forest Hill South neighborhood. Clayton Crawford says, I will give Hennigan Horror Show a spot, my Medium writing page. You know what? I'm pretty proud of Clayton too. He got a, what is your age and gender? Why do you want to know? I'm 65 and male. How much do you think that... What is this? Why am I tried to type Barnes and Noble, and it's literally asking me a bunch of personal questions. There we go. If you go to Barnes and Noble and you pop in Clayton Crawford, this is taking me way longer than I thought. His book should come up, I believe. Street Surgeons. There you go, Clayton Crawford. Check out his book. I haven't got around to reading it yet, but I will get around to it soon. Lisa says, you see how many comments you now have on the encampment video, and the number of them are just straight up, welcome to Trudeau's Canada. I love the people... Okay, there's a lot of people that make hating Justin Trudeau their identity. I don't like the dude either. I think it's time for a change. But you can't seriously, like, make him the cause of every single problem in this country. Like that. Some people literally make that their identity. The same people make the same comments over and over again, and it's always like, that was Trudeau. It's like, anyways, but there's a breed of people that are even stupider than that. They are the welcome to Olivia Chow's Toronto people. Like, she literally has been in office for 5 minutes, and suddenly she's the cause of all the problems. She's the reason the encampment is there. Those are the only people dumber than the Trudeau is responsible for everybody people. And yes, I would not be voting for Trudeau again, but he's also like, anyways, Jellybean says comments are good for the algorithm. So yeah, any interaction is good, right? If someone clicks the like button, if someone clicks the dislike button, if somebody keeps hammering me here with messages. Let's see what this is about. Oh, my friends want to meet tomorrow night. I am going to a barbecue. Awesome. Anyways, yeah, check out Clayton's book. So on that note, Lisa, I came across a comment that was kind of funny on the, since you mentioned it. I did this walk, Toronto's largest homeless encampment, which is a very sad thing that's happening at Allen Gardens. And in 8 days, it's already over 94,000 views. My average video gets like 8,000 views on average. So that this one hit 94 in 8 days. It's kind of high. Shivblend says it's unacceptable. People want to blame Trudeau and Chow for the encampment problems when in reality Toronto's last two mayors did nothing. Yeah, and you can't say this is like a liberal thing either. Like, one of Toronto's biggest problems is lack of funding. And where did that lack of funding come from? Could it have been the Conservative mayor who did nothing about our property taxes for consecutive terms, and now the city has these massive shortfalls because he didn't raise property taxes, and now like the big bad liberal is taking over, and or NDP, and she has to raise them? Yeah, like, no. Anyways, people are always blaming the other team when their team also fucked up royally in the past and led to this situation we're at. Anyways, this one got 526 comments for 94,000 views. So it is definitely sparking a lot of conversation. But I love this comment here. This is boring. Get to the point. Basically, yes, I did a video covering the homeless encampment, but I want to be true to the channel. I want to make it in the format of a walking video. If I just showed up at Allen Gardens and walked through it, it would be like a 6-minute video, and it wouldn't be in line with everything else that I do on the channel, right? So I did it in the form of one of my walking videos. I started at college, I went down, and I showed you the journey from the subway station to the Allen Gardens, and then we went through the Allen Gardens. But this person didn't like it. This is boring. Get to the point. I recorded it. I made it this way specifically just to annoy you. Glad it worked. Wink. This is, by the way, this is one of those videos where I'm just not touching the comments with a 20-foot pole. Like, no good can come out of me trying to reply to these comments. I'll just let people leave their comments and just leave it at that. If anything is like racist or super offensive, YouTube tends to pick it up and remove it. If YouTube doesn't and I see it, I will remove it. I've already removed a few comments from this, but for the most part, I believe in free speech. If you want to say something stupid and shine the spotlight on yourself, you're more than welcome to, right? Who am I to tell you not to say something stupid? So I don't like deleting comments for that reason, but yeah, this is the only comment I'm going to leave on this video. This is boring. Get to the point. I made it this way specifically just to annoy you. Glad it worked. Wink. There we go. I have officially... Should I pin this comment? Should I pin it on the top? So yeah, some of these... This one has 7 replies. This one has 12 replies. There's been a lot of back and forth. Some of it's been like pretty good. 22 replies. Falcom Scott, our man, Falcom Scott, leaving a comment, getting 22 replies. But anyways, what is that all about? I watched a movie last night. That was advertised to me as being excellent. It looked like a Hangover style movie. They advertised it as like a Hangover style movie. So I went ahead and watched it last night, and it was fucking terrible. Do not... This movie, how did this get 81%? I was just cringing at the stupidity of the plot. There was one character in there who they literally said, you are going to be like the Zach Galifianakis, sorry, I can't pronounce that last name, of this movie. And it was just so poorly done. They literally got their way through airport security by pretending to be a K-pop band because they didn't have their passports. And for some reason, that worked. Like, there was just so much, like, I don't mind suspending reality, but there was so much in the way of things that were not even plausible. With a little bit of creative writing, they could have made somewhat plausible. You don't have to... Anyways, yeah, this movie is terrible. I give it like a 1 out of 10. And look at these reviews. This really does feel like a group of friends thrown together by circumstance on a wacky journey. No, it feels so forced. It is so forced. It is awful. It is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And they go for like the pure gross out humor, and then they try to mix in like a touching, heartfelt message and try to get you to cry at the end. Like, those two things do not belong in the same movie together. Like, pick a lane and stay in it. It's a terrible movie. Don't go see it, or go see it just to see how right I am. But anyways, yeah, I wasted my night on that last night, and I watched Barbie on Friday night, which was really stupid. Anyways, yeah, hopefully tonight we'll rebound and we'll watch a good movie. Lisa says, I don't trust your review, but I won't watch it either way. John O'Meara says, dude, there's a market for it. Yeah, there is. It could have been a good movie. It had like some amazing actors in it. It had the ingredients. It just had such a stupid plot that, like, I don't know. The plot was so stupid. Oh, someone mentioned something yesterday. Recording a video, I was crossing the street at Shooter and Young Street, and the sign just turned to walk, right? So everyone starts walking across, and a car comes through that had a red light, and the car realized it was running a red light, and it stopped. And then we're all like looking at it, and everyone's like walking around the car, and then the car started reversing as people were walking around it. Tell me this has not happened to you before, because if you've been in Toronto, this has happened to you before, where a car goes too far into the intersection and then it just starts reversing to get out of the intersection, not realizing there's pedestrians going behind it. So this is what happened. People were like yelling at the car. Someone was like, you're going to kill someone. And sitting right next to it was a police car with 4 cops in it. and nobody got out and did anything. They clearly saw the whole thing. So I got that. So I don't know. I stopped making YouTube shorts. I don't know if I'm going to make that a YouTube short or just make it a clip, but it was just like so mind-blowingly stupid. I know that's the kind of thing that that would do well. So I'll probably cut that up and make it like a clip or a video. But yeah, that happened yesterday. 5 things to watch if you love Henry Cavill. Yeah, just watch the Superman movies. Christo says, he would have been a better Barbie than Ryan Gosling, by the way. As much as I like Canadians, I think he would have been a better Barbie. Anyways, what's going on? We only have half an hour left. What's going on in the city of Toronto? Just how? What? What? Okay. Where is this? That's got to be Broadview Avenue. Because they are resurfacing the road and redoing the streetcar tracks. That has to be Broadview Avenue. I know exactly where this is. And they've like what? How do you even... that should be like instant license suspension. There's no way that's not Broadview. That could theoretically be Finch West, but I think they're done with the LRT track installation, and that there's nowhere on Eglinton where you have homes like that, so that wouldn't be anywhere along the crosstown, nor would the tracks be just in the street. Yeah, that has to be Broadview. That's the only place where the streetcar tracks are dug up like that. Driving too fast and ignoring signs. The sound of the underbody, I think they meant. Scraping to arrest must have been something. There is no such thing as idiot proof. A good idiot will overcome any and all obstacles. I love that comment. My favorite is, if you make something idiot proof, nature will just make a better idiot. Like, in fairness, I was riding my bike up Broadway, and like I had a brain dead moment too, where there was a construction worker who was like, stop. And I'm like, why? I don't see anything. And then I realized like the road was closed. Like, we all have those brain dead idiotic moments, but to drive your car onto like streetcar tracks that are exposed like that. Wow. That is a special kind of stupid right there. Looking for parking at High Park. New rules mean spots will be cut in half and parts will be car free. How about the whole damn thing is made car free? Like Central Park Works car free. Why can't we make car... Why do we allow people to drive through High Park? It's crazy. Yes, make sure everywhere there is parking on the outskirts, there are wheelchair accessible paths, but there's no need to let anyone drive their car through High Park. That's just people who want to cut through it, but they want to crack down on those cyclists. Reflecting on an incredible night at Woodland. Is there anything juicy or good happening? A pedestrian-friendly Kensington market. Here's why not everyone is on board. I did pedestrian Sundays today, and it was excellent. It was excellent. We didn't even apply. City builds Cafe Tio patio for retailer, not restaurant. Oh no, pedestrian killed after being struck by impaired driver in Scarborough. They will probably have far too lenient of a sentence. Olivia Chow asks Toronto residents to offer rental units for refugees as shelter spaces fill up. After she asked the federal government to pony up money, refugees are a federal responsibility, but what's happening is the feds are taking in refugees, which is great, but then they're not funding them, and now it's the city's burden to pay for them to be housed. Like, and I think that is like the fuss Olivia Chow has kicked up. She's absolutely right on that, and Freeland is like, no, you guys don't get any money. Fuck you, Toronto. Like, anyways, the city of Toronto is broke. Olivia Chow calls for federal help as shelter spaces for asylum seekers fill up. Again, yes, this is a federal matter, not like a local civic issue to take care of, right? So she is absolutely right on that. Oh, this I featured in a recent video. Toronto is cracking down on street performers at Yonge and Dundas. The single, I know some people hate it, but it is the liveliest. Freeland will be the next PM, says Robert. Not if the polls are to be trusted. I think the Liberals are like 10% behind across the board now. They're not polling well at all. So I highly doubt. The pendulum always swings, right? We just saw that happen at the city level. It's going to happen at the provincial level next time. And now it's going to happen at the federal level. There's like a 0% chance that party gets back in. Maybe several prime ministers down the line she'll get in, but she's got 0 chance next election. Toronto is cracking down on street performers at Yonge and Dundas. So this, the city put up these signs: no amplified noise pursuant to Chapter 313, no busking or vending without a permit. This street corner is full of buskers, and you know what? I like them. It creates some atmosphere, and it makes it feel kind of fun, like something's going on. I don't disagree with the amplified noise, though. That's just my personal preference. Like, busk all you want, but keep your volume to a minimum. But they're also cracking down on the street preachers, which I think is a good thing, right? Like, do you like walking down the sidewalk and somebody telling you you're going to go to hell because you don't see the world the way they do? Because that's basically what they do. And there's no escaping that when you walk around Yonge and Dundas. It's just, yeah. And the street preachers don't do anything in terms of providing entertainment like the buskers do. So call me biased, but I would just put up a big sign that says, preach at reasonable levels, don't, and that's it. I would just enforce the noise bylaw, but let people busk. The busking is fun. And if you're dumb enough to spend money on one of those, like, hang from this bar for 100 seconds, win a prize, then go. That's like, you know, let the 3-card Monty hustlers like they have in Europe at Yonge and Dundas. If people are dumb enough to play that, then they deserve to be parted with their money. Oh, by the way, the grocery store down the street from me, I tried to go pick up some bananas today on my way home, and it was closed. Apparently, Metro is on strike and the store is temporarily closed, which is kind of weird because my alternative is Loblaws, and I really don't want to go to Loblaws. So good thing I'm going away in 2 days. Is there anything else going on? Does anyone know the name of this artist? Mural is in Kensington. Lisa. Kevin La Swiss. Have a cold one on me. Kevin, thank you for the $10. Much appreciated, Kevin Laswis. I will convert that into a cold one, but not on this stream. At 8 p.m., Ken's going to be premiering a video. Feedy Mania, I'm just reading your comment. Jellybean, $10. Have fun on your trip, wherever that may be. Yes, I wonder where I am going. Lisa says Pink posted his work on her IG, apparently. Well, thank you, Jellybean, so much for the tenor. You'll find out where I'm going. I'm leaving probably Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday. I might do like a surprise balcony stream, and I'll do one of my like Instagram posts that some people will be able to figure out where I am. But anyways, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jellybean. Is this it for Sinead O'Connor, rest in peace. I first knew about her from Saturday Night Live when I was a kid. I watched that episode when it happened. This is Toronto from Olcott, New York. That is stunning. Take that, flat earthers. Why can't we see everything from the bottom? Pine Soul says visiting the airport lounge again. No, I do not have an Amex card or a credit card that gets me airport lounge access. I did inquire about upgrading to business class with my current airline, but not worth it. Not worth it. How a farm in the Greenbelt might just be the most important place in film history. Vehicle abandoned at Spadina in Fort York. Someone just got out of there. It must have broken down. The owner must be like on the phone around the corner or something. Aunt Barb says, how long is the flight? If I told you how long the flight is, you'll probably figure it out. You could probably figure it out exactly. But it'll be over an ocean. That's all I'll reveal. Let's see what's going on with Blog TO. John Amir says Beamer. Lisa says no. Apparently it was stolen and shut down. Oh, that's a valid explanation as well. Maple Dub says stolen. Anthony says Max Scherzer got traded to Texas, but he'll be making lots. He had to waive his no trade clause. What are the Yankees doing? SR Gots. And apparently the Angels just made a bunch of moves to why they should have traded Ohtani and got a haul, because they ain't going to the playoffs. This recent grad just opened a Bring Your Own Cup Cafe in Toronto. Patco Cafe is Toronto's Bring Your Own Cup coffee shop inside a space also home to Makeway, founded by Hannah Paris. The name was coined from her middle name, Patricia, and the word coffee. That's neat. Can I bring like a giant cup? Like a bucket and pay the same price? Another Toronto store has had to put up bizarre signs to stop ignorant customers. So they expect me to walk around Home Depot all stinky? I don't think so. What does this say? Please do not climb into display. Oh, they have like a shower. Who would do that? Why would anybody do that? Do they want to see if they can fit into there? How are people that stupid? We can't wait to see what idiotic things stores in the city will have to formally ask customers not to do next. You know what? Home Depot probably had people doing that, so they had to put that sign up, right? Ontario shopper denied alcohol sale after toddler touches it in wild case of rule adherence. A resident is cautioning other customers about the province's strict rules for alcohol sales after a grocery store cashier told them they couldn't purchase their adult beverages because their toddler sitting in the cart had technically touched them. That is just the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my life. If the container is closed, who cares? Who cares? What are they going to do? Leave the kid at home and hire a babysitter so they can go to the store and buy beer? And I'm pretty sure if that employee like just kept their mouth shut, and there was like a cop standing there watching the whole thing, nobody like would even think that's even a law. That's also kind of discrimination, right? Like, what are people's... You leave your toddler in the car? Are you not allowed to get alcohol if you have a toddler? That's the stupidest fucking law we might have on the... I'm sure we have worse ones. As noted in the hundreds of comments on the Reddit post, though the employee was, in this case, perhaps taking the rule to the extreme, when it comes to things like alcohol, a lot of people don't want to mess around. Nobody is getting in trouble for not enforcing that law. Right? Nobody is getting in trouble for that. Christo says the age of drinking is ridiculous in North America. I'm not going to weigh in on that, but what else do we have? Toronto home prices are tanking as people abandon the turbulent market. This extremely average Toronto house is on the market for How is that $10 million? On the Queensway, that's got to have a monster lot to it. Listed for $10 million, this very average 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom detached house. 10. So your lot is like a pit. or your backyard. That you pay $10 million for a house. Oh, you got a Harvey's in the backyard. That's pretty awesome. You got a Harvey's. That's definitely worth it. If you pay $10 million, you're going to want like, now there's, I guess when people buy a house, the last thing you want to do is renovate it to sell it, because a lot of people buying a new house want to like do it their way. So I guess it makes sense to leave the kitchen this way, because people would rather have the blank slate than have to rip out all the stuff you did, right? That's one thing I learned from watching some real estate shows. That this is not a $10 million house though. That roof looks like it's going to need to be redone. So either this house is sitting on oil, possibly with the gas station behind it, or it's just absurdly overpriced. Yeah, that house was probably like $250,000 in like the 90s. Lisa says no, it's $10 million land. It's possible that it's on a lot that a developer would want, right? That's got to be it. It can't be anything but that. Essergot says it's the property they want to build condos. Yeah, I'd rather speculate than read the article, though, right? Isn't that more fun? A Toronto strip mall parking lot is being converted into an outdoor movie theater. The Wexford restaurant. So that's up in Scarborough, up near Lawrence Avenue and Victoria Park. That's kind of neat. I wonder, we'll have to see how that gets. Oh, I'm going to be missing. Am I going to be missing TIFF? When is TIFF? When is TIFF? Thursday, September 7th. Oh, I'm not going to be missing TIFF. Good. Huge Toronto development to replace almost entire street of small houses. Where is this? Oh, by Mount Dennis. So that's way out west. Anthony says suddenly these strip malls are becoming useless. Toronto's new store for home essentials is a stylish alternative to IKEA. Oh, I heard about that. That's opening up in the Eaton Center, where Eddie Bauer used to be. Toronto building home to popular Chinese restaurant deemed unsafe by city. Where is this? Oh, it's in Chinatown. Toronto store known for low prices forced to close because of rent hike. This DMAR and bargain. Thank you for writing in Toronto's beaches neighborhood and not beach neighborhood. Should I just sit here quietly and not talk for a few minutes? So do you guys do this? Do you guys use these emojis? I wonder. See those annoying emojis on the side? What do you call them? Let's just call them... No, do you like them? I don't know how to word them. I don't know what to call them. Marie Palmer says no, they are annoying. Estargot says reactions. Oh, reactions. We got 100. We got this. We got the party. We got this. We got this. Should we unlike Ken's video? I unliked your video, Ken. Should we like it? It's a panda. It says no. 35% people like it. You know what annoys me about it? When I am like this morning's live stream, I didn't feel like, or this morning's premiere, I didn't feel like using my laptop. So I just pulled out my phone and tried to watch it. And I couldn't see all of the chat because on the bottom right, these things were like flying up all over the place. Maroof says, Johnny, since my phone updated it, it appeared. How do you remove it? I don't know. I think YouTube is trying to be kind of cool like Twitch, but I think it's pretty awful. Jellybean says, are there any UX designers who would like to weigh in? Marie Palmer says, exactly my problem. Devin says, it's like a virus. It was gone for a while, but it came back. Prevents you from editing your last chat. I don't... You know what? They should give you the option to disable it so you don't have to, like, see it, right? Wouldn't that be the obvious thing to do? Like, just make it so, like... I don't know. John says it's YouTube feature testing. Sheena says, I read YouTube creators can turn it off. If that is true, Sheena, I will look into that, and I will probably turn them off, much to Naughty Brown's chagrin. But according to our official Johnny Stumbles poll, 35% like it, 44% don't, 22% pancakes. Thank you for voting. All right, we've got 8 minutes. Let's do one quick quiz before 8 minutes. The impulsive test. Do you act on impulse? Or are you more of an act now, think later person? This looks good. Let's do the impulsive test. And then we will ship this thing off to Ken because I've got something to do at 8:15 tonight. Devin Sullivan says yes or no pancakes. These quizzes are a little better when I'm a bit drunk or high. Harjot says, I did a Cuba video on my channel today. Awesome, Harjot. Upstate New York Bob says, let's impulsively take an impulse test. Lisa says, impulsive by way of ADHD. I don't think we've done this one, right? You've been dating someone for a year, and you are madly in love. On a romantic vacation in Hawaii, your significant other suggests you tie the knot right then and there. Do you do it? If I say no, does life just continue on as normal? Right? I need to know. Like if nothing changes, then I'm just going to say no. If it's like an ultimatum, then I have some thought to do. Is there a prenup involved, right? We need to know if there's a prenup involved and who stands to lose more. I'm going to assume for this question's sake, you know what? I'm going to say no. SR says I would do it because I hate people and don't want to plan. You know what? That is a good answer. I'm going to do that too. I'm definitely like if I ever got married, it would be like a drive-through wedding or like a city hall at most kind of thing. I'm going to say yes. We're going to do it. It says madly in love. Good point, Robert. It says madly in love. Jeanette says heck no. You meet someone attractive on a business trip, but you're in a committed relationship. Do you throw caution to the wind and make the most sexually memorable business trip ever? Again, it depends on the terms of my committed relationship. Is this a monogamous or a non-monogamous? Is it an ethically non-monogamous relationship? Do I have permission to do this? I'm going to assume it's your standard exclusive relationship, and I'm going to say no, because if they did that to me, I would probably end up murdering somebody. So I will treat others as I would want to be treated myself. So the answer to that is no. You're offered a job that will triple your current salary. Ooh. The catch, you need to relocate to another country and you have to leave in less than a week. Do you take it? So this is like, for me, triple what I make, but I have to, like, what's the other country? Am I going to North Korea? Like, probably no, right? Am I going to Tokyo? Probably yes. Am I going to Bangkok? Probably yes. Am I going to Uruguay? Maybe no. Am I going to the US? If you give me health insurance, yes. But triple my salary, that will let me retire. I don't know the cost of living can't really be worse than Canada, right? Well, if I'm going to Australia, it will be worse than Canada and triple my salary. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. We need more information on these stupid... we're running out of time here. You're on a fantastic second date when your new love interest suggests that you both hop on a flight now and go on a fun weekend getaway. What do you do? Fuck yeah. If it's a fantastic second date, yes, I will do that. Fun fact, I have been in that exact scenario before and I said yes to it. You're at the peak of passion with someone new when you suddenly realize you're out of protection. What do? You do everything but that. Throw on the closest article of clothing and run to the store. Cool the fires until another time. Say a prayer and get it on. No, you go to third base. And you're happy that you went to third base. You're like, hey, I went to third base. That's pretty good, right? That's what you do. But in this scenario, I'm going to throw on some clothes and run to the store. Have you ever made a very rash and unwise investment on the spur of the moment because someone fast talked you into it? No. I am super duper skeptical of anyone trying to talk me into anything, especially YouTubers. No. You pass a storefront window and see an item of clothing or a gadget that really catches your eye. Do you run in and buy it? It depends. Do I need it? Is it something I've always wanted? Is it a really good deal? How expensive is it? No, I'm not going to buy it. But I'll take note of it and go home and think about it, and maybe I'll go back and buy it. Have you ever said I love you in the first week of dating someone? No, never within the first few months of dating someone. That's insane. No. Would you take in a stray animal without first asking your significant other? Oh, do I live with them? If I live with them, yes, that is something you would have to ask them. If I don't live with them, that's entirely on me. So how can I answer this? But I've never taken in a stray animal before, so I'm going to say no. But I would try to get it to like a shelter or something, try to get some help. But again, we need more information. Do I live with this other person? That is the deal breaker, right? Your frisky partner wants to make love on a very public beach. Would you do it? Is it nighttime and no one's around? Or is it like this in the daytime? Right? Like, give us more information. This test is stupid. But I'm going to say yes. Your score is 45. While you can be impulsive on occasion, you're generally able to balance it out with a dash of common sense. When you're in the mood and the circumstances are just right, you'll give in to your impulses, sometimes without reflecting on the possible consequences. This tendency may have led to some pretty memorable adventures. Tony says daytime. Denmark says, that was a fun test, but they need to flesh out these hypotheticals a little more because they're not giving us enough information. Lisa says, you're more strategic than impulsive, methinks. Yeah, but you can never really trust someone when they're doing it to an audience, right? Maybe I'm projecting the answer I want you to see me answer and not my real answer because right? You never know. You should never trust anything. It's like watching a reality show. Don't trust anyone on YouTube, no matter how sincere they appear. Same with life, right? That's just a general golden good rule for life. Alan K says, let's go to the continuum tonight. So I want to thank everyone for tonight's stream. Sorry it's short, but I've got something to do, somewhere to be very, very shortly. Ken is premiering a video at 8, so if you want to continue the chat, go head over to Ken's channel and watch Burgers to Beach. I will not be going live next Sunday night, at least not in this format. If I do, it'll be a little different. I hope the Yankees lose. Thank you to our mods for their good work. But I'll be on an airplane in a few days, going far, far away. So thanks again to everyone who sent super chats tonight. It's very much appreciated. And thanks to everyone else for hanging in tonight. Hanging in? I can't speak. Anyways, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. And I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.